Okay, so Hawkeye episode 4 immediately starts out with the ending of episode 3 where Jack finds out, or Jack pulls out a sword at Clinton Barton. But then it's funny because this episode, they do this in a lot of the Marvel shows where, in the Marvel Disney Plus shows, where they will have a cliffhanger ending of an episode and then it'll be like nothing in the next episode, which I know most shows do that anyways, but I just thought that was kind of like it was just they had to make a cliffhanger episode ending for episode 3 just to make one, just to make you go, oh, next episode kind of thing. But for me, I'll watch it regardless. But I know there's some people who'd be like, oh wow, okay, what's gonna happen next? But I like that it was the opposite, where like this nothing of danger happened with Jack, and then Eleanor appeared, and they both talked to Kate about Clinton Barton and becoming his partner, which I liked. Always great to see more Vera Farmiga. This episode I really liked because of the dialogue between Clint and Kate. They did a really great job establishing just more of their relationship. Like, I like the fact that she is this girl who really has looked up to Hawkeye and he isn't really having much of it. Um, he's not gruff like, say, like Wolverine or something, where like he's just like, oh, the world's bad or whatever. He's just kind of at a place where it's like I don't know what to feel because Natasha's gone. And I really love bringing up Natasha in this episode. It really felt very genuine. Um, I really like that Clint tells his brief story with Natasha and the fact that he also loses his family in the snap, which is something you already knew, but having the character react and say this to Kate, I felt like it was a really emotional moment, and I felt it worked really well, and it just really was a good performance. Like, Jeremy Renner does great in these movies and this show, but I really like these moments in this episode of just human emotions of him dealing with the aftermath of his family being gone in the snap, the fact that he became Ronin, and losing Natasha. And I really like the fact that Kate already knows that he is Ronin. And Clint's response is that everyone dealt with the snap differently, which I thought was really cool. And I just thought it was such a simple line, but it really showed just how Clint Barton did deal with it. Um, so I really appreciated that. I like the fact that it just really delved into that character, into these two characters. Um, and I really like the ending climax where it is a good fight scene um, with Kate going into this house and then realizing that it's Maya's house. Maya, who is the ringleader, who is deaf, and she goes into this house and it becomes a fight where Clinton Barton says on the other side, like she's fighting me outside, and Kate's like, no, literally, she's right here. Like, what are you talking about? And I thought that was really funny. And I was spoiled before I say the spoiler alert for this episode, but people usually guess that whenever it's episode reviews. Like, whenever I'm talking about episodes, I feel like people mostly guess that they're going to be spoilers because I'm talking about the episode in full. But I was spoiled before I saw the movie, right before I saw this episode, because, of course, even the person involved posted it on Instagram, and I'm like, dang it. Like, I love this person, but I'm like, man, I wish I could have not seen that reveal. But, I expected it. So the big reveal is that Hawkeye was fighting another person that wasn't Maya, and he was fighting Elena in this mask that looked kind of like Spider-Man's kind of mask, like Night Monkey, like it looked like that. But Elena appears for a brief second, and then runs away, and I thought that was good. It was awesome seeing her pretty briefly. I know we're going to see more of her in it now that we've got her established, even though, if you guys don't remember, in Black Widow, with the end credits of that movie, fast forward in time to after Natasha's dead, after the blip, where Yelena is taken in by Valentina, I think is her name, the Nick Fury type of villain, or the version of Nick Fury that's bad. So, and she says like, oh, this person is the one who killed your sister, and it's a picture of Hawkeye in the Black Widow. So of course you knew that Elena was going to appear in this show somewhere, and I'm glad that they have had her now appear, even though it was very briefly. But I'm totally fine with that. I really dug seeing seeing her pretty quickly. Um, Still no sign of Kingpin though, because people keep thinking Kingpin will be in this, and I'm really wondering because Kevin Feige just said recently that Charlie Cox will be Daredevil in this MCU. Whether he doesn't establish if the Netflix shows are canon, but he establishes that if whenever we get Daredevil, it will be Charlie Cox, which is great. So either he's probably like Daredevil might be in Spider-Man No Way Home, who knows, or in one of these shows, maybe even in this show. But I have a feeling if Charlie Cox comes back, you have to have Kingpin back, Vincent D'Onofrio, and people keep saying Kingpin might be the leader of all of this. Of all this show, like the villains that are in charge in this show. So I really hope that we get that eventually. I'm trying to remember how many episodes Hawkeye is supposed to have. I think it's 6. It's either 6 or 8. I honestly can't remember. But either way, we're halfway through. So if we get a Kingpin, hopefully it's soon. But I really am digging it so far. Really great episode. So probably my favorite episode overall so far. So that's it for today. Pretty quick review, but I've got more reviews coming up, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.